Your success all depends on the second letter of that word. You. I know you think it can never happen for you. I know you feel like it can never happen in your lifetime. I know you feel like you're not worthy. But this is your year. This is your time. But it all starts with you. You have to believe it in your heart of hearts. You have to let your past go, one step at a time. I know you in a hole, a deep hole that you feel like you could never climb out of. I was once in that deep hole too. And then I had an epiphany. I woke up a different person. I prayed and I prayed for the change to come. And it came. Your time is now. If not now, when? If not you, who? You just gotta understand, anyone that ever succeeded at a high level, any team that ever won a championship, listen to me. This is your year to win. This is your year to shine. This is your year to tap into your wildest dreams of being great. So when you see a challenge, it's never a problem. When you see an opportunity, it's never a burden. When you see a hurdle, it's not an unbreakable wall.
This is a new year. The only thing that's going to hold you back is you. Yeah, I know you may have set some New Year's resolutions. There's over 7 billion people on this earth. And out of those 7 billion, 90% of those people who set New Year's resolutions have gone back to do what they said they wouldn't do. They're doing the exact same things that they said they wouldn't do. Are you going to be a part of that 10%? Are you going to be a part of those who's making a difference in their life? Are you going to go back to doing what you said you wouldn't do? You know what it's going to take. It's going to take heart. It's going to take courage. It's going to take you standing up every single day to live the life that you want to live. But not only a difference in your life, but in the lives of people around you. This is your year. Your year for change. This is a new decade. It's time to make that change right now.
It's a barrier that you can run through. See, winners say it may be difficult. Winners say it may be hard. But it's possible. Losers say it may be possible. But it's just too difficult. Winners see the game. Losers see the pain. Winners see the possibilities. Losers see the problems. Winners make it happen. Losers let it happen. And you understand it if you're still breathing. That means you still have an opportunity to be achieving and receiving the rewards and accolades that come with successful execution of daily action plans. The results that come with successful execution of daily practice, which leads to our ultimate goal of winning status. See, the new you made the choice to change and transform, and thus you power through any storm because your internal GPS is set to the destination, the next level. And when it's all said and done, you will arrive in style. See, this is your game of life. And it's time for you to become the best player on your own team. So no more hope, no more wish, no more time wasting and listening to doubters, naysayers, haters, and non-believers, because it's your dream, it's your gift, it's your passion, it's your why, it's your reason, and your game is in season, and you are now transforming into a seasoned vet, and it's time to bet on yourself. And if you commit the time, if you commit the effort, if you commit the blood, sweat, tears, you will cash out on that bet.
Most people don't even make a resolution anymore. Why? Because they've made them for years and years and years, and they know they're not going to follow through. So after a while, who wants to disappoint yourself? Who wants to be upset with yourself? Why even bother to set a new standard for this year? You know it's going to be the same as last year. So the question is, what is it that makes us even want to make a resolution? It's just a question. Why is it at the beginning of the year we have this tradition, but it goes beyond tradition. It's something inside of us that makes us want to make things better. And I think part of it is the calendar gives us this idea that we can have a fresh start, that we can start from fresh and have this great victory. And it's really, the calendar itself is quite arbitrary. It's wonderful to use it, but if you didn't use it effectively, let's use the calendar to serve you today. Let's just see, what does it really take to make this thing happen? Because there's no denying that inside of you, the only thing that's going to make you happy in the year ahead and the decades ahead is going to be having you have an experience where on a regular basis, you feel like your life is making progress. If there's one thing I teach, and I want to remind you of it, it's really simple. Getting things is not going to make you happy. That's good news in a tough economy. It's a good reminder. It doesn't matter what you get. Doesn't matter whether it be money or opportunity. All those things might excite you for the moment. Even a relationship, as magnificent it may be, might be exciting for a while. But if you don't keep growing, that relationship isn't going to stay exciting. So the secret to real happiness is progress. Progress equals happiness. And if we can make progress on a regular basis, we feel alive. And that's why at the beginning of the year, we get this thing like, okay, I can have this fresh start. I could really do what my soul desires. I could expand. I could grow. I could improve. I could change. Or maybe better than change, I could progress. See, think about that. Progress is an aliveness to it, doesn't it? You don't have to work at changing. People say all the time now, well, I'm working on changing. Don't worry about it. You don't have to work on changing. Change is automatic. Your body's going to change whether you want it or not as the years go by. And no matter how hard you work, there's going to be some changes going on there. The economy is going to change no matter what you want it to do. The weather is going to change. Relationships are going to change. Everything in life is always changing. We don't have to work on change. Change is automatic, but progress is not. So if you want to make real progress, then you really got to look at your life in a different way. You got to say, I got to take control of this process and not just hope it's going to work out like people do who make a resolution. Because really, isn't that what they're really doing at the beginning of the year? They're saying, well, here's my resolutions for the year, and they really basically tell you their wishes. It's their wish list. It's what they hope it all comes together. And then they call it a resolution, but they don't know what a resolution is. When you resolve something, to have a resolution is to resolve it. When you resolve, this is how it's going to be. That's when you cut off any possibility except the thing you've committed to. It's like the old adage, if you want to take the island, you burn the boats. Because when you burn those boats, there's no going back. You're going to find a way to make things work. Ultimately, if you're going to have lasting change in anything, you're really talking about just raising your standards. I always tell people, if you want to know how to change your life, I give it to you in 3 words, boring as it sounds: raise your standards. Lasting change is different than a goal. You don't always get your goals, but you always get your standards. Maybe it would help you is to think about it this way. I try to explain standards to people with a different set of words. Think of it as everybody in life gets their musts. They don't get their shoulds. Right? Think about it. Most people have a list of shoulds, don't they? Don't you have a list of the shoulds, things you should do, you should follow through on? I should lose some weight, I should work out more, I should make more calls, I should respond more rapidly to my email, whatever, I should get into the office earlier, I should be, more confident. Whatever your should list is, people love to have their should list be met, but it's kind of like New Year's resolutions. If it does, it's really exciting, but if it doesn't, which is most of the time, it's a little disappointing, but you kind of know it's not going to happen. But when you decide something is a must for you, an absolute must, when you cut off any possible, you say, I'm going to find the way or I'm going to make the way. Human beings, when they resolve things, when they make a real resolution inside themselves, which is they raise the standard and they make it a must, they find the way. Because somewhere when we make this click, when we make something a must, we attach ourselves to it. It becomes part of our identity. One thing I've learned in the last, 33 years of working with people from now over 100 countries, 4 million people, is human beings absolutely follow through on who they believe they are. If you said to me, well, I'm really going to work hard to stop smoking, but, I've been a smoker my whole life, and I am a smoker. I know your days are numbered. You're going to be back smoking cigarettes again because we all act consistent with who we believe we are. I tell people the strongest force in the whole human personality is this need to stay consistent with how we define ourselves. If you define yourself as somebody who is really conservative, you're not going to be crazy and act nuts unless you're really drunk or something, and then you can say it's the alcohol, when it's really just you finally getting permission to be yourself. The alcohol is your excuse. If you're a really crazy person, you act crazy, outrageous, playful. You don't act conservative because it's not who you are.